Axiom Fission Defy. This is a guy that I feel like slipped under the radar a bit because came out a few weeks ago at the same time as the Wind Dragon and the Trail, which I feel like got a ton of hype, while the Fission Defy kind of just kind of slipped in there. MVP was just like, just sneak that guy right in there. But of the three, this is the one that I felt like I'd probably be the most likely to bag. This is before I threw them, because I actually love the Wind Dragon and the Trail. I also reviewed those guys, so if you haven't seen those, go check those out. But the Defy is a mold that I haven't really tried in the past, but this style of disc, this 11.5, -1.3 style driver, I absolutely love. The Innova Wraith, I've thrown a ton, so I was really excited to see MVP's take on that type of disc in gyro. We got the cool stamp. We got that Fission lightweight plastic. This guy's 165 grams, so real excited to check this guy out. Let's hit the course and do it. All right, guys, hole one, 280-foot par 3. Kind of have to put it on hyzer, get it out and around all these trees. Avoid throwing it into the pickleball courts. Plays a little bit uphill too, so we just really got to focus on getting the right distance on this guy and keeping it on that hyzer angle. Looks pretty good. A little bit high. Don't hit the tree. Oh, that should be in circle one. That's pretty good. Wow, we must have come inches from acing this guy, because, I mean, this is lined up right for the hyzer line that we put this guy on. All right, our next hole here, 492-foot par 3. Great hole to show off the flight because just kind of flat. We got the basket in the tree line. Got my trusty beach towel here. I do like 75% of my filming at sunrise right now. Beautiful time to be out here. I'm a morning person, but I'm not a morning dew person. There we go. Nice little turn there. Yeah, come on back. Ooh, yeah, I think that's going to be a decent distance. Now, I have been testing this guy a little bit before I took it out here, and I'm surprised that it's not nearly as understable as my time-lapse. Time-lapse is 162 grams, so the time-lapse is 3 grams lighter, but you know, it's pretty similar. Time-lapse obviously has the numbers 12.5 and -1.3, really similar numbers, but you'll see this time-lapse is very flippy. And look at all that turn. Tons of turn. Not a great throw, but you can see, didn't really throw that as hard as I wanted to, but still got a lot of turn. All right, so we made out to our Defy. You actually, I don't know if you guys can see this well. 385 feet though, according to UDisc. Our time lapse is actually like right next to us. We're like 20 feet that way with the time lapse. This leaves us with a really easy upshot here on the backhand. Gonna go with, actually, just got this new Electron Proxy I'm really excited about, so gonna go with this guy. Yeah, settle down. Nice. There we go. A little tap in. So earlier I mentioned I really like this 11-speed style disc, like the Innova Wraith. And predominantly that's just because the rim is really easy for me to grip. Like with those 12 speeds, 13, 14 speeds, I just feel like I'm not getting a really clean grip on it. Compare it to the Wind Dragon here. The Wind Dragon just takes up so much of my hand, being a 14 speed, and I just feel like I can't get the grip that I want because of it. Whereas this 11 speed, I just feel like I have way more control over. Like I can really firmly get it, like pushing into my palm using these 3 fingers under here. I use like a 3-finger grip for my power grip. And I really feel like I can just press this disc into my hand really hard and get a nice snap. You know, these 14 speeds, you know, 13, 12 speeds are a lot of fun to throw, even though I don't really have the arm for them. You know, very manly, very wide rim, the testosterone just coursing through my veins as I'm holding it. Whereas the Defy is just, you know, it's more, it's elegant, it's slender, it's lovely. It's a lovely rim, an elegant disc of a civilized age. But I've also just always been someone who prefers slimmer rim discs. Like when I'm just on the course, just doing my thing, putters and mids are just like my go-to, or those like 7-speed fairway drivers I love. I'm not someone who reaches forward distance drivers a lot, so it kind of makes sense that I just prefer those slimmer rim drivers as well. Oh yeah, we're out the gap. There we go. Love it. Also, it's a par 4. I think it's this in the 530-foot spot right now. That was a nice little drive, liking that guy. All right, I lied. It's not in the 530-foot spot. They must have just moved this guy. I've not seen it over here in a long time. This is probably like the 460-ish foot spot. Leaves us with a much easier upshot with our Electron Proxy. There we go. Settle down. Oh, we hit the tree. That is an absolute tragedy. Oh boy. Well, I guess that's what I deserve for saying I have an easy upshot, because now I got a tough putt here we got to endure. Oh, but we're in. 2? Oh, almost 2. I'm happy with 1. All right, now we come to a 545-foot par 4. I believe they've moved this out of the really hard spot. So we just want to get really far left on this guy, so it'll help us on our upshot, even if we sacrifice a bit of distance. So we're going to put this guy on a lot of hyzer. And if you guys prefer a certain speed of driver, like if you prefer 12 speeds, 11 speeds, 13 speeds, I'm curious. Why don't you let me know down in the comments. It feels like professionals have just universally kind of all used 12 speeds. Maybe that's more of just a marketing thing, as far as manufacturers have more incentive to make 12 speeds because they're the most popular. So it's kind of this feedback loop of making more 12 speeds. We're gonna try to forehand this in there. Just might be disastrous because I've not forehanded the Defy yet. Oh wow, yeah, kind of shanked that guy, but it's coming back. Yeah, if I had just kept that more right, that would have been pretty good actually. And it's probably just because 12 speeds for those like really big professional distance throwers, the 12 speed probably just offers the most distance without sacrificing control. They could probably move up to that 13 speed, eke out a little bit more distance, but you are sacrificing a bit of control. Oh gosh, that was so close. She's in, there we go. Second time. Second try, that counts, right? No, we don't count those around here. That's okay. Yeah, I've always just liked the 11 speed, so I'm curious what you guys like. I feel like that phenomenon happens at other like categories as well, like fairway drivers. I feel like 6 speeds and 8 speeds are kind of underrepresented in that same way. All right, now we got 295-foot par 3, kind of just hyzer out to the left here. We got OB long that we want to avoid, so we definitely want to make sure this guy is on hyzer the whole way. That looks good. That might not be left enough because I kind of kept that to the right. Actually, no, that's going to be great. I think it's parked. That's awesome. All right, not quite parked, but pretty close. This is like a 25-ish footer. Oh, tragedy. Oh, the same miss both times, even worse. All right, this guy's like 270-ish feet uphill to the right. I'm gonna go forehand here, even though I don't like going forehand for this type of distance. I'm more of like a 250 in forehand kind of guy, especially since I'm still rehabbing and working on my forehand since my injury. Yeah, that's gonna be really short, really short. That was not very good. Yeah, that was a gruesome forehand. Surprisingly, my forehand absolutely carried me at Ledgestone a couple weeks ago. Hard carried me to like, I think I averaged 961 across 3 rounds, which for me, that was really good. There we go, parked. But yeah, surprisingly, my forehand was just on all weekend, which helped me out a ton. But I know my forehand form is an absolute atrocity, so feel free to roast my forehand form down in the comments. Not really a forehand player per se, but that 250 foot just like straight flat forehand is kind of like my bread and butter on the forehand. But I pretty much throw backhand whenever I can, much like this hole, which, oh actually no, this is in the long spot. I do have to go forehand here. Wow, speak the devil. Here we go. That's gonna be pretty good. That's gonna be awesome. All right, that's gonna be easy upshot territory. So that's one thing I really am liking about this Defy is the glide is exceptional. Like it just pushes and keeps pushing. It's not a really strong fade. It will have the integrity to fade back, but it's not like aggressive fade. All right, this I believe is a par 4. It says par 3 on the sign, but when they played this on the Pro Tour back in the day, I think they played it as a 4. It's 434 feet. We got to get up on top of there, and we are not throwing the Defy for this shot. Instead, we're going to go with this Electron Proxy. Really excited to beat this guy in more, get this real understable. Flip up a little bit more. Oh, that's good. It'll be 20-something footer. Another Strattler. There we go. So the Defy, fantastic disc. Really like this guy. I think the numbers are spot on for it. I think the 11.5 -1.3 is really perfect. With that said, I was kind of hoping it would be more understable, kind of like the time lapse, selfishly. Can't really fault a disc for being accurate to its numbers though. So I think if you're looking for that just like really turning driver, something that's going to give you a lot of turn right out of the box, the Fission time lapse is still probably a better choice for that. But I think the Fission Defy acts as a better just like all around driver, just because you're going to get a lot of flexibility out of this because you get turn and you still get a good amount of fade at the end. It has a lot more integrity than the Fission time lapse. That Fission time lapse is more of like a one-trick pony. You're going to get a ton of turn out of it. You're going to get easy distance out of it. I think you're going to get a little bit of tougher distance out of this because it lacks that just like effortless understability. But I really like this guy. I think I kind of wish I had this guy at Ledgestone, because every time I was throwing my destroyers at Ledgestone, it did not go well. Whereas I think this would have given me a lot of control while still maintaining good distance. I mean, me throwing 385 feet with it on that second hole, that's pretty solid for me. So I'm really happy with the glide, the controllability, if that's a word, controllability, yeah. The 11-speed rim, I really can't emphasize enough how much I love an 11-speed rim driver. So this is one that, even though I'm not 100% sure I'm going to bag it, it's going to be in my rotation for a bit. I'm going to be just doing some more testing with this guy. I really like it. I highly recommend it. So if you want an easy to throw all-around driver where you get turn and fade, has a lot of integrity, Fission Defy is a great choice in that 165-ish gram realm. And if you're a fan of Axiom and MVP discs, why don't you go check out this video's sponsor, Grow and Throw. Grow and Throw is a retailer here in Columbia, Missouri. They carry a wide array of discs, including MVP, Axiom, a bunch of different brands. So go check them out at growandthrow.shop online or right here in Columbia, Missouri. So guys, thank you for watching. We are approaching 1,000 subscribers. Maybe it's too early for me to be saying we're approaching 1,000. We haven't hit 800 yet, but we're about to. So if you have not yet, go like and subscribe. That does me a big favor. Thank you guys. I love you guys. You guys are so good to me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. And as always, see you guys next time.